Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what Bubs truly wants to be. And if he were an Oscar Mayer wiener, his sister would probably eat him. Hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
And welcome back to an all-day game night with Talking with Kitties.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, and 3. We do have all 3 of the kitties. So what are we playing today?
I don't know how to pronounce the word. Hug, or Hygge, or Huggy, or Hygge.
Or quite possibly none of those things.
Okay, so it is...
It's the Hygge game. The Hygge Hoogie game.
So this is a... I want to
Game.
say it's like a Swedish or a Scandinavian. It's
an IKEA game.
It's
We have
a
to put it
word from another language meaning cozy. So we are
Cozy.
playing cozy conversation.
We're going to be cozy AF.
So this is supposed to ask questions and have us start cozy conversations.
Conversations.
Each card has 4 questions, I think. 3 or 4. I was incorrect. Each card has 3 questions. We're each going to ask a question, and then are we both going to answer?
I don't know.
Great.
See how it goes.
All right. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Describe an opportunity that you turned down, but that you now wish that you had accepted.
Dating you sooner.
Oh,
I turned you down a lot.
all kinds.
I wish I would have accepted sooner,
Yep. Why?
because my life would have been a lot less shit.
Yeah, but only for a couple of years. It was still pretty not
I mean,
that shit.
no,
We
it
were still
was
hanging
though,
out
because
and
we
stuff.
fought a lot.
Yeah, we were still like hanging out.
Yeah, we were still hanging out a lot, but there would have been a lot less fighting and a lot more being in love.
You done figured it out eventually.
I did. I'm not saying that, like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with how it went, but I wish I would have gotten to the point sooner.
Yeah.
What about you?
An opportunity that I turned down, but I wish I'd accepted. I was thinking about while you're talking about it. I can't. Nothing jumping out at me.
You're allowed to pass if you really don't.
I
know.
really can't.
Okay.
Like I really can't come up with anything on that one.
Okay.
So maybe I'll keep that one on.
Keep
my
that one on
brain.
the back burner, and if
Yeah.
it comes up. Is there any famous person or character you can impersonate really well?
Any famous person or character that I can impersonate very well?
Yes.
I used to be able to do Kermit the Frog fairly well.
That's pretty good.
I'm not sure if I still can, but we used to crank call places. I was Kermit the Frog. I remember we call it Dairy Queen asking if they had any 12-foot extension ladders.
You're still pretty good at that.
Yeah. I don't know if that counts as a celebrity or not, but... And this one's hard. If you take Kermit and you drop it down a little bit, then you're talking like Martin the Martian. But I can't do it anymore because it fucking hurts. Like right down here. I used to be able to do it better, but I can't do it quite as well.
You don't do it quite as well as you used to. You used to be pretty good at that. Guess who I am?
Who am you? Gizzard at nap time.
Every dead celebrity.
Oh. That was pretty all right.
Thanks. I'm pretty talented.
That was right up there.
I can't impersonate anybody.
Are we going down the same card?
Yeah.
Do genius and madness go hand in hand?
I think a little bit.
I think a little bit too. Most of the people that I know of that are like really smart
They're not
a little
quite
out there.
Yeah.
I think it's just something
It's oh, go ahead.
they think outside the box to begin with. Like it's just something with them. I think a lot of it, like we know a couple people, and you'll know I think who I'm talking about, but a lot of people, like especially with the school system as they are now, they're too smart for it and it's holding them back. So
Yes.
they figure out their own things ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a hard time in school because they've already figured out their own way around things,
Yeah.
especially with like math and stuff.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know that it's madness, but I think they seem off because they're so smart they don't know how to like fit in per se.
Yeah.
Like they always seem that they're a little off and like kooky, but it's just because they're so smart.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I think that there is.
Yeah, there is a little bit. I mean, I guess it would depend on your definition of madness to an extent.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't think that everybody that's intelligent is like off their rocker
off the
crazy.
rocker. They're not Mad Hatter.
Yeah, like Mad Hatter crazy.
Mad
but
Hatter
like
Dormouse. I think there's a little bit there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What was your favorite thing on the playground when you were a kid?
Do you remember, I don't know if a lot of places had it, but it was like a metal dome that was just bars.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you could sit on the top of it. That was one of my favorites too.
I was always on or under or climbing that thing.
Mine was that, and I really liked swings.
Yeah.
I was always a swings
Swings
fan.
were all right, but not, I don't.
But if I was like going to like hang out, that's where I would be hanging out. I'd be climbing on that thing.
Until, and here comes some trauma for everybody. Until, I know it was elementary, but I don't remember when, but there was a girl that was sitting at the top.
Uh-oh.
Lost her balance, went forwards, had braces.
Oh my God.
And her cheek got wedged underneath her braces from the impact on the thing. And it was, it was pretty harrowing.
Oh my God, that poor girl.
Yeah. She got all fixed up though. But yeah, it was unpleasant.
Oh, that's terrifying. Luckily, I never witnessed anybody falling off of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite, like I said, is that in the swings.
And depending on the crew, sometimes you could have a lot of fun in the roundabouts, but like the merry-go-rounds.
We didn't have any of those really whenever...
We did, but you had to get the older kids to fucking spin the shit out of it.
Yeah, see, we didn't have any of those like growing up like in school. So I like the balance beam. We had a balance beam that like
didn't have a balance
you'd
beam.
like walk and then it would be a step up and then you would walk and then it would be a step up and you'd walk and then it would be a step up. And it didn't go very high. It probably went to like my waist. But at the time it felt like you were so high up in the air and you were so badass if you could make it the whole way.
Yeah, we didn't have
But we didn't do, those were more just like.
But we would use the seesaws as a balance beam.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. You walk up, you get halfway there, you just shift your weight so it goes thunk, and then you walk down the other side.
That's scary. Yeah. I don't like
I
that.
did that a lot until I got in trouble.
I don't like that. What was your favorite like playground game? Like you didn't play like kickball or like Foursquare or...
No, that was all like, that wasn't like
Dodgeball.
playground games. That was all just like gym class stuff.
Oh, no. See, we played that like... So we had a big playground.
We were not organized at all.
We had a big playground.
I had much smaller graduating class than you though too.
That's true. Well, I guess this wasn't for school. This was like after school. We had the big playground near our house, and we'd all the kids would meet up on like Saturdays and Sundays, and we'd have big tournaments of stuff.
Or we could never get
There was
anybody
so
organized
much
for something like that.
kickball. There was so much like Foursquare and horse
Yeah, no,
around the world, all that stuff.
we could never get anyone organized for that because when I was really young, we lived out in the middle of nowhere, so
That's true. I
there
lived
weren't
in
any other kids. And then when I was older, we lived in town, but
half of my neighborhood was one family.
yeah,
That helped.
that does help. What was your worst vacation experience ever?
Okay, so this is hard because a vacation to me might not be a vacation to what other people think. Because we owned Deep Creek. So to me, that wasn't a vacation.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
And my grandparents lived in Florida. So we would go every other Christmas and stay with my grandparents. But is that technically a vacation because we were visiting family? My family didn't go on vacation very much when I was younger because there were a lot of us. We always had to be at Deep Creek. So my worst vacation ever? I honestly, I can't come up with one.
I can't either because I was thinking like some of the vacations we've gone on, but we always, no matter what, a lot of people be like, oh, we went on this one vacation, it rained the entire week, but we did go on the one vacation. It did rain pretty much the entire week, but we still,
And we loved it.
Yeah.
We read and everybody
we
stayed
can still make
inside
it
and played
happen.
board games and read and we had a good time.
I can't really think.
So this one time,
in band camp.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
This one time I went with this weird guy to Virginia for burgers. No, I'm just kidding.
That's pretty sketch already.
If I have to pick one, and this, but it doesn't seem right, but it would be my latest vacation, the vacation to the Dominican, and not because it was bad per se. It just wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
What I was anticipating and hoping for.
I mean, it's not, is it?
It was the worst vacation.
Worst vacation experience. It
So
doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, it's just not as good as others.
it wasn't as good as I had hoped and anticipated and expected.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it another chance someday.
Are you? Okay. Because you were
Just
like,
not-
I'm never.
Yeah,
ever
but
gonna-"
not there. Because I've talked to Chrissy, and Chrissy swears up and down that if I go to Punta Cana
Instead. Yeah.
and
a
go
little bit more upscale.
and go not in the middle of summer, it won't be as bad. So spend a little more money, but have a much better experience.
Money.
What quality do you appreciate the most in a friend?
Quality do I appreciate most in a friend?
I have like so many, it's hard to pick.
I've never tried to quantify it before.
I know. Like, so it's like,
Obviously, sense of humor, because you're not
Sense of humor is a
going to be
big
able
one.
to tolerate me without a sense of humor.
I like when you can just sit with someone and not feel like you have to entertain them, and you just feel comfortable around that person and can be yourself.
Yes.
So can that be like mine? Like, I don't know if it's a quality, but like,
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, absolutely. Like you don't have to.
You don't have to pretend to be
effortless.
it's effortless, like an effortless friendship where you just
when you
feel
have when you have a friendship where you can just shut the fuck up and enjoy each other's company.
you can just sit and not do anything and still feel like you had a really great visit.
You can do nothing together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
I'm gonna go with that one too. I like that.
That's a good one.
Yes. I'm gonna steal that.
Okay.
Have you ever cut your own hair?
No. I've had, like, my sisters, I think, once did, and my mom tried to do it once, but I personally never cut my hair. I was too vain. I'm still kind of too vain about my hair. And I know I would ruin it. What?
It's like your one thing that you're like.
It's like, which is so funny. It's my one thing, but like, look at it. It's just up in a ponytail all the time. But it's like, it's my thing. So no, I never tried to cut my hair. You do. You cut your hair all the time.
Gizzard cuts my hair. Gizzard cut my hair.
Gizzard cut my hair.
Gizzard cuts my hair.
Plus, or just go up.
Gizzard cuts my hair. Not from this side. Come around this way. Oh,
you know he won't.
Come around this way. You're going to come up this way. You're going to flop and flare. There's going to be a whole bunch of screaming and crying. Just come around. Then you can jump up on this side.
Baseball.
Then you can come up on this side. And also a bit more screaming and crying.
It's like, screw you. He walks away. If I can't come up on this side, I don't want to come up at all.
He is.
Rumpf. Gizzard's trying to get her job back.
She's trying, but no.
Okay, so yes, he cuts his own hair.
Yes, I have cut my own for years, decades, since
I've also
late
cut his
teens.
Hair. Really?
Yeah, because late teens, early 20s, I would just buzz it once a year. I'd buzz it in the spring, so it was like short for the summer, and I would buzz it once a year, and that was it. And it'd be like short for the summer.
It would get so long
and everything, and
that's crazy in a year.
Yeah, but I did that for like 4 or 5 years. Something like that, and then it stopped growing back in. So I just kept buzzing it more and more, and shorter and shorter.
I used to have a tendency to really like guys with long hair, but I've noticed that it's changing as I'm getting older, and now it's like bald.
It's just you're used to this.
It's hot.
That's what you're looking at.
What do you look back at and think, I would never do that again? Remember, this is going on YouTube, so don't say anything you wouldn't want
a bit too sketchy.
The world to know.
Yeah, because that doesn't make me sound any sketchier at all.
I just meant like somebody's name.
Oh, what is something that you look back and wish you hadn't done? This bitch. Let me tell you.
Well, I was actually thinking more like proposing to your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. That's,
proposing to me. Oh, wait. Do you need a minute to think?
Can you read it again?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What do you look back at and think, I would never do that again?
I would never do that again.
I would never do it again.
So much.
So not that you wish you hadn't done, maybe per se, but looking at it now, you will never, ever do that again. I have mine.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So I would never again go to Beams Rock and do rock climbing or even maybe walk back to Beams Rock because of all the horror stories I've heard about there being rattlesnakes and things that I just was lucky enough never to see any.
I don't know what the tick population is. Don't even learn.
And tick population, but I used to go and literally climb rocks without any equipment at all. And I very well could have died.
Well, we went a couple times.
It's terrifying. I'll never do it again. Yeah. Never. It was so stupid.
That's up there. I'll probably never go camping again. I used to.
Oh.
I mean, that's why I was with Boy Scouts for the longest time. I was camping, like straight out camping, out in a tent in the woods, building a fire, cooking, the whole 9 yards. I'll just probably never do that again.
I kind of want to do that though.
No, you don't. You think you do.
I think I do.
Until you're out there covered in bugs and
oh no, I'd hate that. Nope.
It's raining and you're in the mud.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Can we go glamping?
Maybe.
Yes.
We can get one of those things for the back of the truck and like the big camper tent thing on the back of the truck.
Nice. And we could have like a nice big like air mattress in the back of the truck and then we could sleep there. And then I still want a fire though.
No.
But I love fires.
It sucks. Have you ever won a contest or competition?
No.
No?
Nope.
Not at all?
None.
Nothing?
Never.
Fun story. We, back in high school, we were in the talent show our senior year. And we got disqualified for being too professional for the talent show.
Damn.
Yeah.
I knew that story, but I love it.
But then, after disqualifying us for being too professional, they hired us to be the entertainment for the school's Spring Jubilee festival thing that they had.
That's awesome.
So we got to set up during the Spring Jubilee at the school. So it was like...
So you won.
A win and a loss.
You won.
So...
That's awesome. Which emotion is stronger, love or hate? I don't think that's a fair question.
That's not a fair question. I mean, a lot of it for... okay, I got to separate my sentences instead of running them together. For a lot of people, it's going to be different. Especially as a couple of people that struggle with depression. Depression usually comes through as anger.
Yeah.
Which tends to, amplify the hate side of everything more than the love side. So, and they're so close. Like, you can't have one without the other, I don't feel.
You can't have love without hate?
You can't have love without hate.
Why?
Because they're the opposite sides of the same coin.
All right.
You can't have Tool without Britney Spears.
Okay.
So,
all right.
They're opposite sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. I feel like overall I'm going to say hate.
Hate is an easier one to manifest and have people see.
What school subject always came easy to you?
What was yours?
English.
English?
I could always speak real good. I could always put the words together.
Nice. Nice. Reading.
Reading. Yeah, that's part of English. Yeah.
Reading.
Yeah.
Because I actually had reading classes. So, reading.
Yeah, English, reading, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like grammar, English, reading.
Not math.
Vocabulary.
Not math at all.
I don't remember any of the vocabulary I learned, but no, not math at all. No. Math, and I wasn't very good at science either.
I was in all of the extracurricular reading type things. Like, what was the name? What was the book club name? It was like competitive book reading. It was really weird.
Oh, we didn't have that.
So you would, you might have.
Did you do Book It?
Yes, I remember Book It.
With Pizza Hut?
Yes. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. That
was awesome.
This was, so there was a list of books. People would like pick which books they want to read, and you try to cover the entire list between your group of people. Okay?
Never did anything like that.
And then you'd all read the books, and then you would go to other schools. I don't remember if you would go to other schools or if all of the school groups would come to a central location.
Okay.
And then you would have quiz competitions.
About
like
the
a
books you
spelling
read?
bee. Yeah. So you'd go in and they would like ask you questions about the books, and then you'd like compete to like who remembered more out of the books and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Oh man, I wish we did something like that. I would love that.
Called.
I want to start a book club.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay. We read such different books. I don't.
But if you would read some of the ones that I pick, I would read some of the ones you pick.
I don't know.
No.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
You'd hate every second of it.
I would, though. I would read it.
But yeah, definitely reading
Yeah.
stuff. Definitely not math. Oh,
no. Math was rough.
Math was super rough. And not like a good rough.
Is being sensitive a weakness or a strength? I think it can be both.
It can be both.
But I think it's probably more strength.
And this is something that I've been coming to grips with over the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
Gen X, raised by boomers, with a lot of toxic masculinity in there. So you don't cry, you don't show emotions, you don't do any of that. So it's something I've been struggling with for quite some time. This one slowly and painfully picked apart the shell to try to get into the tasty, soft, chewy center.
You don't let it out very often, though.
No.
Even now. It's just so ingrained in you.
Yeah. Oh, is it mine?
It is.
What do you think? Oh, you said both.
Yeah, I said both, but I think more strength.
What is the most overrated movie?
The most overrated movie? Oh, my. The Big Lebowski. Fucking hate that movie. I don't even know that I hate that movie. I think I'm just so against that movie because so many people like think it's the best movie ever, and it's not.
It's so insanely quotable, though.
It's not good, though.
It's so insanely quotable.
It doesn't matter.
Though.
It's not good.
It's not terrible.
It's not good.
It's not terrible.
Fine, but it's not good.
Surprised you went with Lebowski. I get it. I like Big Lebowski. I do like it. It's infinitely quotable, and I can quote 98% of the movie.
You could probably almost do the whole movie.
I always say that I would have more room for everything else in my brain if it wasn't filled with Lebowski quotes.
True.
But yeah, no, I get it. This is gonna ruffle some nublins, but Titanic. Was it good? Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
So good.
It was so good. It was really good, but it wasn't that good.
It was pretty epic for at the time.
It was pretty epic for the time, but it wasn't that good.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. I don't think it was that good. People were seeing it. I know people that went to see it in theaters 5 and 6 times.
I saw it 8 times.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it was.
It's not that good.
I was a teenager.
I can't think.
I was in love with Leonardo DiCaprio. He says my name in it. And I cried every time. So, yeah, it was worth it.
No.
I still to this day watch it and cry.
Yeah. Nope.
It's so good.
No, sir, or madame.
What would you like to be able to experience for the first time again?
All of the Tool albums.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
That's a really good one. Go into music. I was thinking food, of course.
I was thinking music because I'm me. So.
Or books. Oh my God. Okay. First thought that came to my head. I'm sure there's tons of them, but I want to be able to read Where the Red Fern Grows again for the first time. Saddest book I've ever read in my life.
Right up there, Titanic.
Sorry. I absolutely
I'm a jerk.
hate that book, but I love it more than anything. And it's one of the only books that I can reread over and over and over again. But to get to read that book again would be, like for the first time, would be great.
What is your favorite charity?
Favorite charity?
Yep. And not the blonde with the double D's from the strip club down the road.
Oh. How about the other blonde
She's a
with the triple D's with the strip club 3 blocks away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
St. Jude.
Yeah.
St. Jude, for sure.
Yep. Hands down.
That's just, if you don't agree,
you're
a terrible human being. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually know a whole lot of charities, but every time I think of charity, I think of St. Jude. So, are you a traditionalist or a risk taker?
Traditionalist.
Traditionalist.
I think so.
Yeah, we're not much of risk takers.
Except in the bedroom.
No.
On that note.
Sorry.
What makes you blush?
What
makes you blush?
Not much.
No, not much. Could I have broken you?
Because you have definitely broken me.
Over the years. What makes you blush? I don't know what makes me blush.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really afraid to talk about anything. There's certain things that we talk about, like sexual wise, that I don't necessarily want it to be on here. Yeah. But we talk about sex with my parents.
Yeah.
So like my parents are super open about stuff. So it's not even like I say, sorry, mama, but it's more of a joke.
Yeah.
I really don't know what makes me blush. I'm kind of.
Takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes an awful lot. Don't try me.
I'm going to try you.
Of course you will. What teacher had the greatest impact on you?
I know who it is, but I can't think of his name.
You don't have to say the name. You can just say.
But he was an economics teacher.
An economics teacher?
Yeah. And he connected all the dots that the world exists, which I think, speaking as an American, a lot of Americans don't realize there's a whole world outside of America. And he would get into like global economics and how everything works with stuff like that. Not like in depth, but like in general terms. And the way he kind of like put it all together, how everything kind of works on the world stage. And it really kind of like, before it was like, a little world in America and everything. It was like, oh, there's this whole global ecosystem that's happening. So he was also the one, I think I had him, this is going to be mid-90s. So we're talking like 94, 95, somewhere in there. I remember, for some reason, I don't know why it stuck out so much, but I remember him saying, he was talking about our armed forces and our security is too good. No foreign powers could get in. They could not breach us because of the protection that we have in place. So the next attack that the United States would see would come from a small group inside the country, operating inside the country. Like he said it, there's no other way. And whenever September 11th happened, that's one of the first things I thought of was him saying that, like, he was right. Damn. Bitch. Like, it's exactly like he I don't think he had anything to do with it. I just want to say.
No. But he knew that if somebody was going to do something, they had to do it from within. He seems really intelligent. That's insane. Well, mine is quite a bit different.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's just our different experiences. Mine is my 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Pitavino. There's a lot of reasons I don't necessarily want to go into it because it could be a whole podcast on its own. But I'm not a school teacher, But from the time I was little and from the time I was in 3rd grade until I got to college, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher, and I wanted to be a 3rd grade teacher because I wanted to be just like Mrs. Pitavino because she made every student in her class feel special, feel smart, feel seen, feel heard. And she was incredible. I wanted to grow up and be just like her. Mrs. Pitavino. You roll.
There was also my driver's ed teacher who got drunk and drove through his garage door, but that's a different story.
Did he continue to be the driver's ed teacher then? Oh, yeah. Wait, they kept him?
Sure did.
He got drunk and drove his own vehicle into his garage door, and they kept him.
And he had a scar up his arm.
Was it a driving incident?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He had a scar up his arm where they had to cut him open and go in and like rebuild the bones in his arm because he had an accident where he had put his arm through the dash and shattered the bone in his arm.
I don't think he's the kind of person I want to
separate incidents.
How to drive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that was a different type of influential.
Damn.
I don't know if I want to keep that story in because that's pretty specific. People don't know who it is, but he's probably not there anymore.
No, I can't imagine he is.
I keep forgetting that I'm elderly.
Sorry. So, when I was in, this isn't like best teacher. This is just a very big memory of growing up in elementary school. I think it was 5th grade. I don't even remember the guy's name, but he was like my only male teacher in elementary school. That was the year that they read us, like we were reading together Where the Red Fern Grows. Like that was the first time I ever experienced it. Spoiler alert, if you've never read or seen Where the Red Fern Grows, when it would get to the really, really sad part at the end of the book, he got up and had to go to the other 5th grade teacher and have her come in and read to the class because he couldn't physically do it without crying. And it always embarrassed him because he didn't want to cry in front of the class. There. And then when she was done reading it with us, she went back into her room and he came into just all of us sobbing. And he's like, I'm sorry, kids, I just couldn't do it. It was so cute. Like, it was like just a very tender moment from a teacher that like, he's like my first dude teacher. So he's like, you know, a dude. And he's just like this big sweetheart. I don't know. I just really like that memory. If calories didn't exist and all food... Oh, I love this question.
Wait,
I read. What?
Didn't you just do this last one?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what makes you blush? It was my last one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Stepping all over.
I'm just excited for food. I didn't even know it was a food question, but now I want to go to read a food question.
What is your favorite guilty pleasure?
Food.
I don't think that's a guilty pleasure.
I should feel guilty for all the food I eat.
I don't know if I even go that far.
Okay, what is my favorite favorite guilty pleasure is the reality TV shows I've been watching.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't even want to say like the Kardashians because I haven't really enjoyed that one as much, but like Love is Blind, like that stuff, which I think a new season's coming out. Okay, we're ending the podcast right now. I'm going to watch it. No, but it's like the crappy TV that I always made fun of other people watching, and I've gotten hooked. And I'm just like, yeah. So that's my guilty pleasure.
What is my guilty pleasure?
Listening to Britney Spears.
That's not it. I don't have guilty pleasures because I'm like, I'll tell anybody about any of the dumb shit that I do.
Yeah, I can't even really think of one that you would be like, wouldn't want to tell somebody about.
I have no idea.
That you wear women's lingerie.
But I don't. Or else I'd tell everybody about it.
It's true. You would literally tell. Yeah, I don't think you have one.
No, I don't. I just do my thing and I do my thing. And if anybody has a problem with it, well, that's their problem, not mine. So I've never really had a guilty pleasure, so to speak. I feel that's like the third question.
I was going to say, this is like the third question. You'd be like, I don't want to answer it.
I'm not. It's not that I don't want to answer it. I can't come up with an answer for it. So I blame you.
Of course you do.
That's my guilty pleasure.
That's your guilty pleasure, blaming me for everything.
Yeah, not everything, just the things that are bad.
Oh. If calories didn't exist and all food was healthy, what would you eat more of? Since we don't really pay attention to that, what food could you eat almost every day and be okay with it?
Burgers.
Mine would be soup.
Yeah, definitely burgers of some. Just a hamburger. Just burgers.
Soup.
Hamburger helper, regular hamburgers, cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers. Big Macs. Even Big Macs. I'll take a Big Mac. Super burgers.
You would not.
Dairy Queen burgers. All the burgers.
All the burgers.
I prefer not to do the dairy or the
McDonald's.
Or the I don't want to do the ones from the burger places like McDonald's and Burger King. I want to do everybody else's burgers that are much, much better.
Like Arby's burgers. I don't think they have them anymore, but they were so good.
Yeah. We only got them that one time.
We only got it one time, and they were so good.
Yeah, burgers.
Okay.
What was yours?
Soup.
Soup, yeah.
Because there's so much of, like, soup has so much of a variety.
And you can get cheeseburger soup.
You can.
So,
spicy cheeseburger soup. It's delicious.
Spicy.
But you don't have to make it super spicy.
You're my spicy cheese. What would you do with it then?
I meant if you wanted to eat it.
Oh.
Because you're a wimp when it comes to spice. Like, I like spice. But that's not really fair to say you're a wimp because you've gotten much better since we've been together. You can handle spice better.
I can always handle spice okay, but it's not the going in that bothers me.
Oh.
Yes, and you always forget about that.
I do.
It's the going in. The going in doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It's the next day.
Gotcha.
That I don't appreciate.
You're up. I'm like, let's not talk about that. let's not talk about
Let's
poop.
keep it moving. If you could spend a whole day with any person, who would it be?
You or mama?
That girl.
It would be you or my mama.
I don't think I'd want to spend a whole day with your mama.
Why? Mama's wonderful.
I wouldn't know what to do with her. We would just hang out and be awkward.
She would knit and you would play video games.
Boom.
And mama would be completely fine with that.
I guess that's what we're doing.
And then she would feed you because she's mama.
All right. I'd like to change mine. I don't want to hang out with her anymore.
Because I will feed you, mama will feed you.
Yes.
Would there be more or fewer divorces if people could read each other's minds? There would be a whole lot less marriages.
Which would probably result in a whole lot less divorces. What's the time frame were you looking at? Because if it just happened like today, there'd probably be a whole lot more initially because of the people that are already married and not compatible and can't deal with each other.
Yeah.
But I think long term, you would see a reduction because people wouldn't get married in the first place because they could read each other's minds.
Or they would get married because they know they would work out.
I think there would be an initial spike and then it would lower drastically.
Yeah. Agreed.
Agreed. What is the one consistent factor linking your friends despite how different they may be in other ways?
It's the thing that I said that I want to have with like my favorite quality or trait of a friend. Just the fact that we can sit and do nothing and still appreciate each other's company. All of my friends I can do that with. And I mean that like friends, like my actual like true good friends. I don't mean like acquaintances. I'm talking like my good core group of friends. And sense of humor. You?
Music.
Yeah.
That's like the common denominator for all of them. Everybody has some kind of... It doesn't even have to be the same music.
No, but you all enjoy music.
You have to have an appreciation for music.
Yeah,
Yep.
What does the phrase living a good life mean to you? This.
I think we're living a good life.
I think so too.
Somebody on my right hand that I can just ride or die.
Yeah.
No worries, no concerns, no nothing. Most of our shit's taken care of. No major concerns about everything. I mean...
And kitties.
When I was younger, it was like, oh man, living a good life. You're rich. You can do whatever you want anytime. You have all the cars, the big mansions. No. I don't think that's living the good life anymore. I think living the good... Simplicity has its own beauty.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's something that you can't buy with a lot of money.
This is kind of silly, but like, you know how sometimes when we're going to bed... You like cuddle in and you're like, this is my favorite part of the night. Like getting to like, or like in the morning, like our favorite thing is to like wake up next to that guy or that girl. Like that makes it a good life. Like going to bed, being happy, being with the person that you're with, and then waking up being ridiculously happy because you're right next to that person again. And
that's exactly it. Yeah.
Helps.
Going to bed every night with that person and waking up the next morning and they're still right there.
Yeah.
Is that corny? That's a little corny. Sorry.
It's true, though.
She's really corny. I can't help it. Sorry.
It's true, though. We are corny, but...
And having kitties. That's not it.
Obviously, having kitties. It's the best.
What's the most impressive recipe you know how to cook?
Impressive?
Yeah.
My Alfredo.
Absolutely,
Everybody seems to like my Alfredo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the hardest to make by any means.
But it's always the one.
Every time I've ever made it for anybody, they make a big to-do about it. So
this is really good.
I would say my Alfredo.
Absolutely.
What about you?
Mac and cheese and hot dogs, because that is the possible extent of my abilities. And I say possible because I don't think I can even do it anymore.
You haven't made it in a really long time.
I would either overcook the macaroni or I would undercook the hot dogs or something. It wouldn't turn out right. I guarantee. I think the last time I tried to do it, I undercooked the macaroni. It was like crunchy. So,
I think I'd rather have crunchy than have it be overcooked.
Yeah, I've done both. So yeah, that's I don't know if that's impressive, but that's about the extent of my abilities.
Yeah.
And then like your brother yesterday was like coming up with all these things that I could make for lunch. And I was just, no, that's not.
And he finally just went with dirt.
Yeah. Dirt from outside. Like, what? So I ordered pizza because.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's really good at ordering food.
I'm not.
He's not at all.
I'm not because last time, not yesterday when I ordered pizza, but the time prior to that, I got the wrong stuff. Because I was ordering from the wrong pizza place. I wanted to get the boneless wings. And I was like, ooh, wings. And I got wings, but they weren't the boneless wings because this place doesn't have the boneless wings. This place is where we get the bed twists from. I can't even order pizza correctly. I fuck it up. I'm no good with food.
You order pizza correctly. You just don't order the other thing correctly.
I'm not that fancy enough.
No.
Well, I changed up my pizza order too because it used to be pepperoni and bacon or pepperoni and sausage. Lately, I've been doing pepperoni and Philly steak. It's so good. Anyways.
Is there any value in buying paper dictionaries anymore?
No.
So it makes me really sad.
Big bug.
It makes me really sad, but no, I don't think so. Unless you have like a big home library and you have like all the old encyclopedias and then you want like a dictionary like as like a showpiece. But no.
Who's going to have a big old school library and not have a dictionary?
And not have a dictionary?
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
But it's saying, like, is there any point in buying one?
No.
No. Because even if you have a big old-timey library, you're not going to want a new dictionary.
No,
you're going to want an old dictionary. No.
Yeah, you're not going to want one that has, like, the new slang in it that's stupid.
Yeah, because we are... language is evolving at such a high speed at this point that...
It would be useless.
It's like computers.
They'd have to put out a new one like every day.
It's computers 20 years ago. As soon as it's printed, it's obsolete.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
There's no that ship has sailed.
True.
This is a dumb one.
Okay.
Are there any pictures of you that you'd prefer to see destroyed?
All.
I think this is probably like
sexy pictures.
That's what I'm thinking. Like one of those type deals. Like, oh, my so-and-so boyfriend took pictures of me and I was able to be destroyed.
No.
I don't think there's any of those floating around. I don't.
No, but I mean, like, I really don't like my picture being taken, but there's no pictures that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Or, oh, like, nah.
There's several, more than several. There's quite a few pictures of me in dresses floating around out there. And that's, I don't care at all. It's whatever.
Wasn't that the first time you met Miss Becky in a dress?
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
I was there for that. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Valentine's Day, Easter, or Halloween candy? Oh, candy. Oh, Valentine's Day candy, Easter candy, or Halloween candy?
Easter candy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The peanut butter eggs are the perfect.
They are. Yeah. The Christmas trees are pretty good, though, too.
They didn't say Christmas, did it? That was not an option.
No, of those three, you're right. The
Easter candy is the best candy.
Yeah. Reese's peanut butter eggs.
There's no fucking candy corn bullshit. There's no fucking little crunchy heart candies.
Yeah, those are yucky.
It's
Oh, and Easter has the jelly beans that we like. Yeah, no, we're totally Easter. 100% Easter.
120%.
Hey, I said 100%.
Yep.
I've been catching myself a lot now, and I don't like Cadbury eggs.
Well, you're wrong. Cadbury eggs. Yeah, definitely Easter.
Definitely.
Hands down. Paws down.
Paws down. 4 paws down.
4 paws down. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was a young warthog. What?
We already did that episode.
Oh, 3rd grade teacher.
We've already covered this.
Yep. Sorry, but it hasn't changed since then.
Yep.
You?
Rock star.
Really?
Woo!
You are my rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Or Indiana Jones.
Really? That's so cute.
Or a Ghostbuster. One of those
Ghostbuster, Indiana Jones, or a rock star.
Yep.
That's
those were my pickings.
Sweet.
That's what I was going with.
I wanted to be a teacher. This says a lot about our personalities.
A whole lot.
Is 20 too young to get married?
Yes.
Yes. You can't even drink at your own wedding.
Absolutely.
You don't even know yourself at 20.
No.
How are you going to believe that you know somebody else? I say that But we were literally at a 20-year-old's wedding, and we know that they're perfect for each other.
But she's the exception, not the rule.
Very true.
Yes.
But typically I would say no, because they don't, at 20, you don't know yourself well enough to even...
I definitely didn't know myself well enough.
I didn't either. There's no way.
No, 22 young. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
How far back can you trace your family tree?
Over there.
Okay. Very nice.
It's been done a couple times. I know my dad did it. Dad's side goes back to the Germany side.
Okay.
So he got back into German. And my mom's side, I think my grandfather on my mom's side did it. And he got it back to Ireland.
Okay.
I don't remember how many generations or anything that was. But I know that they both been back till, they got past immigration back into like home countries and to where they're all at. So,
well, my dad's wouldn't be that far from home countries because his great grandmother was born in another country and then moved here. So, I mean, I can go kind of far back with them. And my mom's father, my aunt, went real far back on his. We can go pretty far back on both sides, I guess.
If you had to choose, would you rather sit or stand for the rest of your life?
Can I sit on the couch?
That's sitting.
When I'm sitting, I want to stand, and when I'm standing, I want to sit.
Whatever you choose to do, you'll want to do the other because you're being told you can't do that.
Yes.
And you are stubborn.
Yes. But sitting. You?
Probably sitting. Because I'm lazy.
Yep, me too.
Sitting.
If you could be either more attractive or more intelligent, which would you choose? I don't like this question.
More attractive.
I think I would too.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
And I want to see what it's like to be on the attractive side of everything for a change.
Yeah.
What is the best motivator? Fear, money, or love?
Fear.
I'd probably say fear too. Because even if it's money, it's still...
If it's money, you're still afraid of not having enough money. So there's still fear of not having enough.
And with love, you're afraid of not having the love.
Not having the love or losing the love or something. It all boils down to fear as a motivator.
Yeah. Ooh, spooky. Fear. Does spooky not motivate you?
No.
Oh. What about my haunted trousers?
Your haunted trousers?
Yeah.
It motivates me to get an exorcist.
Oh. Are you going to exercise my trousers?
Damn it, I walked right into that.
You sure did.
Can you tell a lot about a person by their appearance?
No. You can tell a little. You can tell some.
You can tell some, but you can't tell a whole lot about them.
No.
Some people try too hard and dress up and they're not at all what they appear to be. Other people just don't give a fuck.
Like, you can definitely tell some. I don't think you can tell a lot. And the question specifically was, can you tell a lot?
Can you tell a lot? So no.
No. I think you can tell a little bit, but not a lot.
Agreed.
Agreed. Agreed. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Do you believe in life after love? What?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
No. I believe in lust at first sight.
Yes.
And I believe that can turn into love.
Yes.
But I don't believe in love at first sight.
No, I don't believe it.
Nope.
You can't be in love with someone if you don't know who they are and you don't know if you're compatible.
Yep.
You can lust them and be like, man, I would do ghostly things to you.
I'd haunt your trousers.
I'd haunt your trousers. Are you still in contact with your first love?
No.
Are you sure? You had to think about that.
No, I didn't. I'm not in contact with anybody.
He's lucky I'm not a jealous bitch. I am not in contact with my first love, but
She killed him.
Whoa. Spoiler alert.
So much for the made-for-TV special.
I do occasionally talk to him, but I don't, not really.
Do you think the use of cash will end in your lifetime?
Yes.
I don't. I think cash will always have a place.
Really? I don't know.
I think it always will. Will always have a place. Especially after seeing NFTs crash and fail and the crypto pop and everything else. True. Yeah, I think that cash is always going to be king.
I don't know. I keep hearing that they're going to put microchips in us that have, our money.
And I guarantee it'll still be cash-based.
I mean, probably.
I mean, if they have, think about...
do you consider credit card cash-based?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah,
it's still money. Yeah, it's all cash-based.
I mean, okay. I'm thinking, actual cash and like credit cards. Those are different to me.
But you can always get them out.
All right. So then, no.
I think it's always going to have a place.
Okay. If you could pass one law that everyone would have to follow, what would it be?
One law that everybody would have to follow. Mm-hmm. I want to be like, don't be a dick. That's too vague.
That was literally what my initial thought was. Just don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
But it's too vague.
Yeah.
Use your turn signals.
BMW drivers are going to hate you.
I know.
Don't be a dick. Use your turn signals.
Don't be a dick. Use your turn signals.
Yeah, don't be a dick. What foreign language do you wish you were fluent in?
Does it have to be practical?
There's nothing practical about what you want.
If I was being practical, it would be Spanish because I feel like that would be the easiest to communicate with a lot of people. Yeah. But I think I would love to be able to speak like Latin.
Yes. So you could just spew Latin to people when you were angry and confuse the fuck out of them?
Well,
pretend that you're like speaking in tongues and freak out people?
Yeah. But
you can fuck with people so much with Latin.
If you see words you don't really know, most of our language has like a Latin, like, so you could figure out what the word means. But I think Latin would be really cool.
And apparently, I just found this out. Apparently, in Baldur's Gate 3, all of the magic that they use is actually like it's the type of magic system where they speak.
Okay.
Whenever they cast. Yeah. And it's all Latin based, apparently.
That's really
cool. Like they actually went through Latin and like
that is together. Really cool. I really like that. Yeah. It would. So yours is Latin also?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the exact same. Cool. Like if I was being practical, it would be Spanish. But if it was just for the fuck of it, it would totally be Latin.
Yeah. And I love hearing Italian. Like I love the Italian language, but I think Latin would be better used. It would be more useful and kind of fun because not many people know Latin.
And also, you know, like Italian sounds really good, but in the bedroom, German,
no. No. Sorry to any Germans, but I don't think anyone that is not German would go, oh man, baby, speak German to me. Get me hot and bothered. I spreche da!
I Schwein!
I'm getting...
Ich bin ein Schwein!
We need to take a break.
Why do I keep saying swine?
I'm getting too hot and bothered. We got to take a break. He knows how to turn me on.
Right. German in the bedroom. Always.
Give me that German sausage.
Break out the lederhosen.
Okay, enough.
Wait, is that German? That's Dutch. I don't fucking know.
Is there any place you visited that you would never want to go back to?
Orlando in the summer.
Oh.
That was awful. We just played hopscotch from one patch of air conditioning to the next. I was going to say shade, but it wasn't even shade.
The Dominican Republic in the summer. Yeah. In June. I have never been more uncomfortable in my life.
Is it because of all the Germans yelling at you?
I was too excited. Yeah.
For what episode in your childhood do you probably owe your parents an apology? All of it. All of it. From the time when I was a child till the time that I was, like last week.
Like now. I was going to say like right this moment. Yeah. You're not going to come up with one, just all of it?
There's a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I can try.
I went through a phase when I was very young, and I don't even remember till what age, that I was very, very, very angry. And I used to get really, really, really mean and angry to my mom. And I would make her cry a lot. And I have no idea why I did it. And for that, I am so very sorry. And now my mama and I have like the best relationship ever. It was rough, I'm sure. I can't imagine.
I don't know how much of my acting out when I was younger was a result of the manipulation that I wasn't totally aware was happening.
That makes sense.
Like, you know, of
so
being played off against.
Do you owe them an apology, or do they owe you an apology for most of it?
That's what I'm saying.
That's like a... I think everybody owes each other an apology for that.
I'm sorry.
No, not me.
Oh.
Between you and your parents.
I don't think
you can't get that.
It. Yeah.
What do you think the purpose of life is?
There isn't one.
You don't think there's a purpose?
The biggest purpose in life is to reproduce, so there's more life. There's no real purpose. There's no like bigger, greater meaning or anything.
The greater good.
I think we are a great big chemical fuck up.
Okay, but I was thinking more like I took it a different way because I was thinking like the purpose of life is to just hi. This is amazing. Can I boop? Boop. You can chill out. It's okay. I don't mind having a gizzard bump on my head.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking it more as like just being happy or content with your life. Like that's the purpose.
Oh,
just
the
being
purpose.
like
Okay.
having a kitty that makes you happy.
I'm a kitty that thinks she's a parrot. What are you doing, Gizzard? I don't know.
Get comfy, honey. There you go. Good girl.
Okay. What was it again?
Purpose of life.
Purpose of life.
You already answered it. There is none.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Same as the law.
This episode should just be called Don't Be a Dick.
Be excellent to each other.
Party on, Wayne.
No.
Oh.
It's Bill and Ted.
Oh.
Be excellent to each other.
Okay.
Goodness gracious, girlfriend.
But don't they say excellent?
I say that too.
See, I was right. Don't Wayne and Garth say excellent a lot?
Would there be any benefits to being in prison?
Yes.
There's so many.
There would be a lot.
3 square meals a day.
You'd have to be forced to exercise.
3 square meals a day.
Bedtime.
3 square meals a day.
I hate you so much. You wouldn't get food like I make you, though. When I do make
get
you
it on
food.
time.
Do you hear this shit? He's your favorite.
And all the books you can read.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
You might not be able to choose what
I would
book
have
you want,
no, because you can they can go to school.
Yeah.
So we could get degrees and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do some crimes.
But who would take care of our kitties?
That wouldn't be our problem.
Oh,
We're going to do some crimes. We're going to do some
he
crimes.
just wants to do crime.
All right, you want to do one more and call it?
Would you want to know in advance how and when you're going to die?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't either.
Nope.
I wouldn't want any clue.
Nope.
And I know a lot of people say yes, and I don't understand it because you literally will be thinking about it
All the time.
until that point.
Maybe some of them they won't. Maybe that'll give them the peace of mind they won't. Maybe they worry about it now
Maybe that's true.
and have maybe there's a different mindset.
Maybe.
But no,
I don't want to know.
Nope, 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 nope.
No.
And I also don't want to know when this podcast is going to end. Oh, it's ending right now.
No, you have to ask another question.
I said one more. We're done.
Oh, I thought one more each.
No.
Oh.
I'd finished my card, so I figured you'd finish your card and then we'd be done.
Oh. Okay.
So I guess we didn't know when it was going to end.
I didn't.
Tricky. But. Gray butt.
Gray butt of doom.
Gray butt of doom. But, all right. Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thanks for playing.
Coming to this all-day game night, which went way better than the last one, which was so upsetting and disturbing, and I hated it every second.
Yes.
But yes, this was much better. We have barely put a dent into these cards, so
I gave us 10 cards each.
Yeah, and I got 2 left.
I have 1 left.
Yeah,
so
we got all kinds.
I think
to do.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch more of these to do. We have 2 other different games. They're more trivia games. I wasn't in the mood for trivia tonight.
So we got all kinds of stuff to do.
But yeah, so we have a lot more stuff we can try, a lot more stuff we can do, and you can do it right along with us.
Yeah, and that's not an innuendo.
Nope.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Say bye.